I've been like really pondering this a lot lately, this idea that like if we take it seriously that we are the body of Christ, like each body part has like a very specific job and like we need to do our purpose that God called us to right now in this moment. Not tomorrow, not somebody else's purpose. Like Paula wants to show Veggie Tales, Alice wants to show Little Mermaid or whatever. Like live where God has you,
Mhm.
and it's
Right.
okay if maybe it's a little
Yeah.
different, you know? And
Right.
I think about, like, what the New Testament tells us over and over and over again about, like, how we should be treating, our fellow believers and people who are not believers around us.
Mhm.
And I think it just over and over talks about like living in peace and doing everything we can to live in peace. I don't think that means like, I think a lot of people have used that for women, especially that we're just like wet blankets, just take it, get run over. I don't think that's what it's talking about. But I think like this idea that we do not think of ourselves more than we think of other people, but
Right.
think of yourself with sober judgment, in accordance with the faith God has distributed to each of you. And I think of that a lot when it comes to judgment. Like, I don't know what that other person is going
That's right.
through, but I can
Mhm.
be careful with, like, how I'm putting my opinions out there, to
Mhm.
them.
Absolutely, because I think when we become opinionated, we hide behind that word, "Oh, we're just opinionated," where in reality, a lot of your opinionating is judgment, it's
Absolutely.
criticism. I have a friend that says, "Well, I just say whatever's on my mind." But what she
Mhm.
doesn't realize is that it hurts, you know?
Mhm.
And yeah, did did she mean to hurt him? Well, that doesn't matter if somebody's hurt, right?
Mhm.
And so I just believe we need to be more careful
Yeah.
in our opinions and saying, what we wanna say when we wanna say it.
Absolutely. I think back to this. You guys were there. Jennifer threw me the most beautiful baby shower when I was pregnant with number 2. It was so cute. And I know that the friend that was there did not mean this, but I was coming in off of like a C-section from my firstborn that I did not want to have. It was like an emergency C-section. And this gal do you guys remember that at the baby shower? She's
Yes, I do.
a doctor in training, and she was talking about how she was really excited to go train at a birth center so she could see a real delivery. And, as opposed to the hospital ones she had seen. And I just remember sitting in that moment, feeling that judgment. And I felt pretty mature that, I was able to kind of like work through that much easier than maybe past judgment. But it's just even comments like that. Like, we don't know somebody else's birth story. We don't know how a C-section sits with another person. And so I think it's right that we are just like, slow to speak. I think that's such
Yeah.
amazing
Mhm.
wisdom to, be careful with our opinions. Yeah.
Yeah, and just one more thing, I think also to broaden this thought is that as Christian women,
Mhm.
we need to be striving to not being, offended so easily at the same time,
Mm.
right? If you know somebody well and they,
Mhm.
hurt your feelings, maybe stepping back and thinking, "Okay, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt that
Mhm.
they didn't mean to hurt me," right?
Mhm.
And so just to broaden the conversation a little bit.
Your support means so much. Like, comment, share, and subscribe so we can keep growing this community together.